Carnegie Science Center. Today we'll be exploring the influence on media on teens throughout the duration of the trip, so I hope you enjoy. Media has allowed me to record my thoughts, and new technologies such as video cameras allows me to share my video findings with others on social networks such as Facebook and YouTube. I'm here with Mr. Dixon in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. How does social media allow your students to communicate with their friends back in Syracuse?
Worldwide base, with technology being so prevalent now, students get the opportunity just right from their handheld phones to actually get in contact with their friends, to know what's going on in schools, you know what's going on just back home in Syracuse. It's pretty good because you don't really lose touch with what's happening in your own area. So I mean, I really appreciate social technology because back when I was your age in school, we had to use the telephone, and if our friends didn't have cell phones, then we just didn't know what was going on.
Share your experience in the submarine.
Media allows me to record my findings of what I've seen in the submarine. Allows an experience in which you can visualize all the discoveries that I'm making, and media allows me to share it with different people through social networks such as Facebook and YouTube, and it really helps people get an understanding of what it looks like to be in a submarine. Has allowed me to get an understanding of what the zoo would be like before we came here. Like, I was able to look up the zoo on Google, see where it was, and see what kind of animals we'd expect to see. In addition, I was able to share my thoughts and feelings about what I experienced at the zoo with others, even back in Syracuse, or people on the other side of the world, in real time. So on the Facebook newsfeed, you're able to see people's status updates in real time. So as someone is updating their status, you can see it right away on the newsfeed. So the cool thing about social media is that you can communicate with people even on all different parts of the world. How has social media influenced your students' visit to the zoo?
I'm sure in about 10-15 minutes when we get on the bus, they'll all be on Facebook or texting. People in school who shouldn't even have phones on, but they'll do it anyway. So Facebook, texting, and internet, they'll communicate whether they had fun or not. Or I think they were excited about some of those animals.
Sierra, can you describe the racial demographics of the NSBE Convention?
The racial breakdown of this convention is primarily African American due to the fact that the National Society of Black Engineers was established in order to give minorities, again primarily African American, a chance to identify themselves as engineers, as competition in the area of engineering, as when the society was established in 1975, minorities and blacks were not allowed in the National Society of Engineering in general in America.
Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Hey everyone, right now we're in the Pittsburgh Convention Center. We just finished our competition. Today we did the math and physics portion of our competition. And if we place in the top 6 in our event, then on Saturday we'll have a quiz bowl. But for now, we'll be off to Pittsburgh, taking a campus tour of the university. See you guys. What influence has media played on choosing University of Pittsburgh over other schools?
I would say the best thing about, as far as media, for me coming to Pitt, was watching all the games on television when I was growing up and seeing the Pitt basketball. I would see other games, like Pitt was really heavily advertised as far as like, you know, always playing on ESPN, always having like a good tournament. So they'd always be on TV. That was my big thing, was really seeing them on TV as far as their sports go. Like seeing the football games and the basketball. And then like I just realized that like it was an awesome school that had good sports. And then I came here for a visit. And
how has social media better helped you study, and how has it allowed you to keep in touch with your high school friends?
Well, definitely, like, I'm always on Facebook and Twitter. As far as social media goes for my classes and academics, I would say that, like, a majority of my classes will end up making like a little Facebook group where we can study, we'll exchange information, someone will like message you if they're studying for something, and like, you know, study tips, stuff like that. Definitely. And then obviously it helps me stay in touch with my high school friends, being on Facebook and Twitter all the time, because I can always see like what they're doing and stuff like that, and you know, how their college experience is going compared to mine.
University of Pittsburgh tour was a pretty good experience. We got to see the different buildings there. We got to have a feel of the campus. And overall, we got to see what campus life was like at University of Pittsburgh. Okay. What influence has social media played directly on this NSBE convention that you've observed?
That I've observed is it's given me a chance to be able to attend different workshops and different functions and different events, and automatically send the valuable information that we're receiving here out to the people who are following me, and that's just on Twitter. And my Twitter page is automatically tied into my Facebook page, goes out to LinkedIn as well. So all of the professional information I'm receiving here, I can automatically share with the people who unfortunately were not able to make it out to the workshop.
All right. For the youth, how do you think they can use social media to like promote events for their clubs?
Okay.
Because I'm co-president of my school's Muslim Students Association.
Okay.
And we made a Facebook page earlier in the year, but it seems like it starts to die down and less people start to look at our posts and events that we make.
As we talked about during the workshop, make sure that you're posting and sharing information on a regular basis. I know it sounds like you're in high school.
Yeah.
Keep the foolishness off there, not that you're doing it, but if it is a professional page for your club, make sure that the information that your club is sending out there is about the club. And ideally, more people will start to follow you then because they'll see, hey, great, it's NSBE information, and create a hashtag. And create some way for people to very easily be able to follow your club and get information that your club is disseminating out to the people following them.
All right, and how do you think media, can you assess how media was used and social media was used to promote the NSBE convention?
Sure, I was able to go to their website initially, but when you go to the NSBE website, they've got a hashtag that's already been created both for this conference and for next year's conference. So tonight I can go back to my hotel room or just log on and find out, hey, what have people been tweeting about the conference? What did I miss out on? And what other information has been disseminated that I want to follow up on? And what other people do I need to follow? Companies do I need to follow up with?
All right, thank you.
Great, thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm here with Nabil Dawood, a Harvard-bound senior here at Nottingham High School. Nabil, how has media influenced your life while you were in high school?
A lot of different ways actually. You know, when it comes to news and news reporting online and on television, you know, I've been able to learn about current events and stay informed about society. When it comes to internet, I've been able to do a lot of research, get my work done, that kind of thing. I've been able to learn a lot about college, which has helped me immensely with my college search and leading up to where I'm going now at Harvard University. Social networking, I've been able to stay in touch with a lot of my like friends and associates, and been able to network with colleges, alumni of different colleges, learn more about different colleges, that kind of thing.
Alright guys, that's the end of my video. I thank you for watching, and I hope the experiences I shared with you have been beneficial.
Watch me as I dance under the spotlight. Listen to the people screaming out more and more, 'cause I create the feeling